All right, we here at Power 989 Radio. This your favorite fat girl, Kid Couture, and I'm sitting down with Irresistible today. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
good. I'm glad to meet you. I
Yeah,
listen
vice
to your
versa.
music. You popping. And them
Thank
numbers is
you.
up too. I was like, oh, she knows what she doing. And then when I
Oh
read your
my,
bio, I was like, you back. You came back. So
yeah.
when did you first start?
I started a while back, kind of like I said in my bio, really jumping back into it, taking it a little bit more seriously to where people would actually recognize that point of my life. Like 2018, back in the day was more like street rapping in the hood. You got the cipher going, you the only girl. So Um, right now, I kind of stick with 2018. I really was like, let me just drop something, and I,
How long
I
you
end up
been doing
dropping.
music though? Like, has it
I
been
dropped the
something
Coupe.
that you just always had passion for?
Yeah, always been writing. I've been writing since I was like 12. I always been writing. I used to do battle raps. I mean, that's just it's your
Yeah.
passion. But yeah, I used to what? I used to talk. Listen, I used to talk shit.
Is that
Like
where
a
you
lot
first
of this.
started doing battle rap? Is that where you
Yeah,
first
it
started
started,
at?
because you're doing the cipher, you saying you really talking a lot of street stuff, coming up. I'm in the streets. We all in the streets. I was hustling in and out, getting locked up. You talk about what's going on at the moment. So actually this rap that I'm doing here is just a little different because it's almost kind of commercial, even though I'm still saying certain things. It's just, you toning it down a little bit. So yeah.
I heard everything you said. My
Okay.
apologies. You were sitting there like, you heard that too?
Yeah, I see.
I was like, okay,
He was like,
He
well,
said,
we
I'm
already
like,
said that.
it's all
So
right. It's okay.
battle rapping is where you first started at. How was it being the only girl out there? Like, so how did that uh, cultivate your like a music career?
I was a tomboy. So it's crazy
Yeah,
because, oh my
I can't
goodness.
see it.
Oh
I was
my
like, when
goodness.
I was telling people,
Look.
I was like, this is who I'm about to interview. Like, I was like, she cornbread and collard green thick. I was like, so I was going to ask you
Listen.
about the name. I was like, so the name Irresistible, like, where did you come up with it? But, I don't want to state the obvious. You look good. Girl, you out there snatched. You got the whole
Listen.
package.
Hey. Look, thank you. Thank
That's why I
you.
said I'm going to have
Look,
to give me some Snapples. If y'all wasn't
I'm
tuned
gonna
in, she had
man,
went
listen.
on the
I
hunt
got
for
a
Snapples.
bag full right here. A bag full. I've been out in this snow getting snapples.
Yeah. You could,
But a straight
you got to
tomboy.
go on.
So
What's next for you?
right now, I just was in the studio last night working on a single called Life. It's a little different. I was in a different mindset when I wrote it, which is kind of a little brief, saying that I put on Instagram. Um, I've been speaking with, my road manager, Gamble. Big shouts out to him. He up here. I've been speaking with him about it and us just kind of pushing the song a little more. It's just more. It's a motivational song. I think right now with what's going on, I think that I need to drop that song. I think people need to hear it. People need something to ride to right now because it's a lot of our brothers and a lot of our cousins and uncles and etc. Dying left and right. They don't know which way to go. They think following the trend is the thing, and right now following the trend is getting you 6 feet deep. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
I hope they can vibe to it and feel it.
You said this is your track coming out called Life.
Yeah,
How soon
called
is that
life.
going to drop?
Just in the studio last night, we was tightening up. I actually was in another studio recording it before, so I just kind of was looking for a new home, which I found last night at Maxima Studio here in
Hold on.
Charlotte. So I should be at least wrapping it up by the end of this month and dropping it, at least a song. So me and Gamble work on some visuals,
That's
but
all I was about
definitely
to
a
ask you.
song.
Is it going to be a visual to it too?
Oh, it's going to be a visual. I have so many ideas in my head. It's crazy because when people think of local artists, they think of a local artist, and a lot of local artists, probably 90%, are doing the same thing. Not saying that somebody doesn't look at my work and think the same, but I do try to think a little bit outside the box that makes people want to say, now, what made her do that? Because just like when people have so far been listening to the song, it's like, well, damn, what made her? I like it, but what made her want to do that song? And it's a title, it's life. So the visual is gonna have to be about the same thing to an extent. It's not gonna be crazy booty popping naked people. It's gonna be realistic situations, that I want to make people feel that is actually going on right now, that can make them relate to their song, even if they're not watching the visual. They know.
So
So
what like inspires you to write?
what inspires me to write in general?
Uh, yeah, in general.
You know what? I think it's just I'm hard to I'm hard to understand. It's hard for other people to understand me. I think when I say things, I can be very, very. I can get, I can be intellectual. I can be petty. I can be all of the above. But it's just when I come and I say things, it's just that a lot of people don't understand it when I say it, because I feel like I may rub off on people the wrong way to where I may be more knowledgeable than them. When that's not the case, it just came out in a more knowledgeable way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
get
when
you.
I write, my writing allows me to be it allows me to be this inner person. If I'm mad, if I'm a savage, if I'm sad, if I'm happy, if I'm doing something like, yo, you need to get up off your ass and get the business. Like, I can do it in my music, because that's what people relate. When they hear that beat, they ride into that
Hmm.
beat and they're thinking about this situation. If I cut off that beat and I tell you the same thing, you gonna say I'm a hater. So I put it in my music, and it is what it is. You either listen to it or you don't. So
I like that.
yeah.
I like that. It looked like they fuck with you because, like I said, your numbers is really up there. I was looking at all your pictures, and I like how you put everything together. Your pictures look dope. You are a great looking woman. You
Thank
have like the
you.
full package. Like you come with it. You look like what you talk about. You know
You
what I'm
said,
saying? Like,
look like, yeah. I said, you know what? A lot of people, every interview I've had from Florida all the way to Atlanta, everybody says like, why you come up with the name Irresistible? What made you do Irresistible? Irresistible was really because I heard you ask that earlier, and a lot of
mhm,
people do attend. Naturally, people are gonna say, "Yo, you got a nice body. You a pretty girl. You doing things." At one point, I was doing my calendars, which I'm gonna start back. My photographer had actually moved out of town, and I'm picky on who I go to, especially if you're taking half naked pictures. You
right.
want to be picky on who you're dealing with. People crazy these days, so
It's your
um,
brand too.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And me and him had a real connection. So when he moved, I kind of slowed down. But I'm gonna jump back into that because people was buying duffel bags, shirts, keychains. They was buying coffee mugs that when you pour the water in and it's hot, it changed into a picture. Like they was going in. So I got to get back into that because people keep asking about it. But the irresistible came from no matter what I put my hands into, other people are intrigued by what I'm doing. It could be good, it could be bad. 9 times out of 10, it won't be bad. But if it is, you done crossed me in a way you probably shouldn't have. But for the most part, it's good. It's about getting money. It might be uplifting you. It's just I just feel like at the end of the day, I was put here, and I'm just an irresistible person. You can't not want to be around me. Even if my enemies don't like me, they want to be in the place just to see me perform, but they want to stand in the dark. You want to be there. You want to be there. I mean
I
that,
can
that that's
dig
the
it.
reason the name fits for me, and that comes from the street that just seemed to go into the music, and I just was like, damn, it got to be irresistible. Ain't be nothing else.
So, do you have any upcoming shows that you're doing out there? What's next on your shows?
Right now I've been kind of slow on the shows because the before Corona happened, I was kind of like, I'm about to go do this, I'm about to go this, I'm going to do a show. We was going to Atlanta, went out there to Cali, but it was just like I was more focused on doing my performances than I was on putting out more music. So in that is where I started realizing, even as an artist, really starting to take it serious. Okay, you have to learn how to balance. I wasn't balancing right. I was thinking perform, 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 see me, irresistible. But then when you get to it, and they're like, what other music do you have? We want to hear more. You got 2 damn songs. You like, oh yeah, I think I need to hit the studio. You know what I'm saying? So this year I've been like, during Corona I've been writing like crazy. So
Mm.
instead of me dropping a bunch of singles and then doing visuals, Life is one that I really wanted to put out because of what's going on right now. But I'm gonna drop a crazy mixtape.
When's
I'm
your
doing something to
mixtape
the
release date?
um my well just now the release date for the mixtape I haven't put out yet because my main thing I wanted to work on was Life. I've been trying to work on Life since the end of last year, and I've been doing features for other artists. So I kind of took that as like I'm playing around with my music, trying to help other people out, and it was putting me, and it kept putting me on the back burner. So if you go to my Instagram and you look at my caption, at the end of my caption, it says, no more waiting, no more distractions.
Are
I
you
said that
hungry?
because I was distracting myself by doing features. Can we get a feature? Can we get a feature? Okay. And here I am booming on everybody else stuff. And then I got this song that I know needs to be heard by people that really need to hear this versus me over here talking about, yeah, fuck that nigga, we can shoot him in the head. I'm putting that, I'm putting that out of somebody else's when I know somebody really needs this song Life. Like I know they do,
You got
so
a message. So
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
life
yeah.
was
So
about messages, life experience that you went through during this pandemic, and how has that changed your writing? I know you said you've been writing like crazy,
yeah,
but how? And then I'm asking like multiple questions at one time. Let me let you go
yeah,
ahead
it's
and
okay,
answer
it's
that.
okay. It changed my writing as far as how fast I write, because before it would just be like write it, get it out, because you want something to perform when you go to such and such. You want to go ahead and drop it. All right, you go to the studio. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. All right, that sounds good. But when I sit and I listen to the songs I've been doing, that I've been writing, I realize I've grown knowledgeably, especially writing Life, because I wrote that over twice since this corona. And what I've written out now, like in my heart, I'm happy. I'm happy. I can't wait to put it out. First person getting it when it's mixed and mastered is Gamble, of course. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it's going from there, because even when I went to the studio last night and the guy heard it, he when I came to the other room, he said, "Yo, I felt that." He don't know, but it was tears in my eyes because that's what I wanted.
That's a
And
great
this was my
feeling.
first time meeting him last night. It was my first time meeting him. I just told you I found a new home for my studio.
Yeah, last
And when
night.
I did my second verse, he said, "Yo, I felt that." He was like, "I felt that." And it was just like confirmation that it was like, see, you should have been doing this. You should have been did this song. But maybe it was my time to wait. But now it's my time to drop it. And that's all I'm thinking about.
Right.
So
Hashtag no more waiting. You
yeah.
ready to get? How's like being a beautiful woman? How has that like driven your career path in rapping? I know there's like ups and downs. What advice would you have to any upcoming artists that are females out there that are trying to get it? Like, because you have your experience, you know?
Yeah.
So what would you tell like other artists, up and coming artists?
I up and coming artists, especially females, is
Because it's
um,
hard being a female in this
yeah, yeah,
city.
yeah. I want to tell up and coming artists that's females, pay attention. I say pay attention in all aspects, because if it, if I had one of my female friends on the phone that I could put on the phone and just have her just talk about so many times we done came across. I mean, so many people, even some people dealing with Rock Nation, and you want to bite the bait. You like, what? Rock Nation? Hell yeah. But then you like, wait a minute, pay attention. Pay attention. I learned that a long time ago with my mom's, and that was in school. Pay attention. Paying attention was like, hold on, this sounds good, but then the little small fine print that came behind the conversation is what people don't listen to. Pay attention. A lot of dudes do it, but females is easy. Why? Because we want to be out there and we want to be flossing and we want to, we want to be seen. Them hating ass bitches. Oh yeah, you see me now. You know what I'm saying? You want to kind of, step up there. You want your numbers to go up on Instagram, and then when things fall through, you like, oh wait a minute, I didn't hear you say, and they're like, oh yeah, it was recorded the whole time. I said it. I pay attention to a lot that's going on. I need female artists to pay attention, because all of that stuff and these dudes is gassing the girls up and walking them through the clubs and doing all this stuff and everything and hyping their name up. All of it, majority, I'm gonna say 90 to 95% is malicious intent. It's not really
Hmm.
genuine. You get what I'm saying? And when I
Yeah.
walk in, I got a song that's going on my mixtape. It is dope. It's a beat, and it's called Original. It's called Original. And the man is talking in the beginning, and he was like, "You're not original." And I kill that shit. And I start talking about these females. Y'all not original. It's going this be that's why I told Gamble, he said Irresistible. What is you naming? The mixtape. I told him, like, listen, this mixtape is gonna be crazy because it's gonna have some of just everything. Like, just it's just gonna be wild. It's gonna be different. I want it to be different. Even when they hear the song Original, I need them to hear that because they walk in and they're not original. But it's crazy because when I walk in the room and I can make your manager intimidated, and I walk in with just a team from the block, then something ain't right. I'm coming in street shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do
And
you
y'all in here
freestyle?
looking crazy. Huh?
You freestyle?
I used to freestyle, but I don't really do too much of that. I don't really kind of, especially when I started doing like this kind of rapping, I really started wanting to think more about what I say and things like that. Cause I can get crazy with my freestyle, and people start like, damn, she be doing voodoo or something, cause you be one of them, you be happy in your freestyles talking shit. So I started
That's when you just be
watching.
spazzing.
That's when I exactly, and that's pretty much kind of how I'm doing on the mixtape. So a lot of the stuff that we were just saying spazzing is what I'm saving for that stuff that people probably wouldn't hear me do a whole single to. You're gonna get just a good 16 something bars on a crazy beat, and that shit gonna go into the next one. Like, hey, you gonna pick whatever song you want and ride to.
So who
Pick
you listen
whatever.
to growing up? Who like inspired you to start doing music?
I'm gonna tell you some craziness. A lot of people usually ask me who was my favorite female artist of growing up. I didn't have a female artist growing up because I wasn't into the things that they was into. So I wasn't into um I love Lil' Kim and her music, but I wasn't in that. Like, that wouldn't be something that I would, be doing on the side.
Mm.
If I had to listen to somebody a little bit, I would say Eve. She had a little roughness to her, but I think I was so into the street life that I didn't really grasp her roughness because I was really, really in it. So I needed a little bit more hardcore, like Eve was kind of doing her commercial stuff. So I couldn't really find a female that I could connect with, and I couldn't really find no dudes. But one person I found, and I love her, and it's never gonna change, is Queen Latifah. And I swear,
Mm.
and it's crazy because you and I, Ty, was like, as hood as I'm talking, that was like the best song in the world. I love that song. Definitely that. Another outside of her, it
It's
really wasn't.
positive too.
Yeah, and it was positive.
That's a whole
But I,
different era. Don't nobody know about that music. That's a whole
man,
different era right there.
whole different era, man. Whole different era. And I know when her brother passed and she started, acting and things like that, it didn't even matter whether she was doing music or not. I think it was just my spirit connected with hers, and that's just the person. So whenever people ask me, I always say Queen Latifah. Like, always, it's always gonna be her. There is no music person that I thought was um that matched my energy. I just liked music, but I didn't have a one that, like, oh, I'm gonna start writing. I just like music altogether.
So are you ready to get back out there and start performing?
Yeah. I'm
I know
definitely ready to
COVID
get back
slowed a
out there.
lot of stuff down.
I know it did. It slowed down a lot when COVID first hit. I was supposed to have been going out to Houston, Texas, and they had this big thing out there, and I had everything ready, man. I had merchandise ready. It was gonna be crazy. I was like, it got canceled, and it blew my mind. It was another indie fest that was going on in North Carolina, and that thing hold like 1,000, 2,000 people. Like, I had got booked for that to go out there, and it was just, I couldn't believe it. Like, it seems like it kind of hurt me in a way because it felt like now I'm starting over. Especially for local artists, celebs. Yeah, they got little things they dib and dab. They do commercials. They do whatever. But for us, is different. So it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm starting over, and that was another thing that I thought about is, do I want to start over performing, or do I want to start over with fresh music? A lot of artists was dropping fresh music, and during COVID, and it's crazy because their numbers was trash. Like, I don't know why, but when they was dropping it during COVID, it was like, it was just weird. Like, it was weird. Instead of me dropping music, I was taking music and I was hitting up DJs. Like, boom, y'all, they playing music online here. How much you charge? How much this? Oh, you 100, you $150. Okay, but I just started investing my money and making sure that my music was getting played. Oh yeah, he done went off screen.
You just noticed that? Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm glad that you didn't stop, because that's one of the messages that I would have to say up and coming artists, like, don't stop what you do, just keep pushing.
Yeah.
Like, whether you just have stack of notebooks or however you write in your phone, just keep pushing. And it seems like you like never give up.
You know what? A lot of people say keep pushing, and that's not to knock you for saying keep pushing. I personally wouldn't say keep pushing, because some people push themselves like models that's like, anorexic and they can't eat, and and all this stuff like that, and they push. I say push according to what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll push, and you'll get twisted all the way around like TLC. I mean, certain things you have to know when to fall back. That's why I say, as soon as you walk in this music industry, you need to be paying attention. I don't give a damn about nothing else. Don't push harder, don't touch harder, don't hit harder, don't do that. Pay attention. Because people is hitting you with bats. They biting you, they stabbing you, they shooting you. They doing everything in this industry. Like, I done had so much things thrown at me that I think jumping into the music industry and taking it serious was the first time I appreciated being in the streets and being a hustler. You get what I'm saying? Because before I was like, damn, I wasted all this time selling drugs, getting locked up. But this was the first time I actually was like, yo, I'm glad. Because like when they bite, it's like an armor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my homegirl got me a shirt, and it's called the armor of God. And I always used to wear my shirt. So whenever they bite, I can't feel that. So when they think they getting over on me, I shut it down. Then they looking at me all crazy when they see me in public, or when they feel like, oh yeah, we got performers popping up over here. Then I pull up and still come show love because they trash, and I still come show love. They be looking because they don't know how to take that. They don't know how to take that. I ain't gonna knock your artist, and I'm not gonna knock who you supporting. But at the end of the day, you grimy. I don't gotta tell you grimy. A person know when they grimy. But I'ma still pull up just to let you know that I know, but I'm gonna do it in a nice way. You know what I'm saying? So I will always say pay attention. The pushing harder can get you hurt depending on the situation. Definitely pay attention.
Definitely. I can dig that. I feel it. We're on Power 989 Radio. We're going to go ahead into a commercial break. Y'all stay tuned in. We talking to Irresistible, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Comedian Chris Mosley.
And I am Jasmine Jackson.
And we're here to promote our new show called It's Y'all Fault.
Y'all fault.
It's y'all fault.
It's y'all fault.
It's y'all. The gender blaming show where we take all scenarios in life and figure out whose fault is it. Is it the male's fault or the female's fault? Because it is.
It's never the female's fault.
But we need something from y'all first.
Yes, if you could please send us your personal situations, whether it comes from work or your love life or whatever it is, please send those to us and you will have the opportunity to be on our show. Just send them right here.
Yes. Please email us. We'll stockpile all the situations.
Can you hear us?
Your situation may end up on our premiere episode.
So he's still on the screen. Oh, I can see him.
Good job, I guess.
They know we rolling.
We back live, Power 989 Radio, DNR TV Network. This your girl, Kia Couture. We back. And Will is back too. Will, so how did you get started? Like, how did y'all connect? Because you push her. You really do put out there for her. And I was like, you know what? I said, you're amazing. You got her back. I said, it's good to have that type of support out there.
But sure, it's crazy because first, my cousin, he was telling about you being on Fleet, and I'm a part of Fleet DJ's coalition too, and Next Level, and Mixaholics. But she was on Fleet, and cause like she was real humble, and I checked her out and heard the music. I'm like, oh yeah, she's doing her thing, sounded tight. And then she came on our show, and then I just kept on talking to her after that, kept on telling her, kept promoting the music anyway. I was letting her know I'm gonna go hard for you anyway. One day she was like, forget that, just call me. I ain't got time to look at these DMs all the time. Went from there, and I've been going hard ever since. I got love for my sister. We about to go. We to the top with this for sure. That's all I'm gonna say.
So, is there anybody that you like want to work with?
As far as what, like a female,
like collab with, or it could be male, female, anybody that you want to work with.
Oh yeah, because I don't want to collab with no females. Oh God, no. We being females, I don't know what it is, but I do. It's actually 3 artists that I would love to collab with, because dude wise, I listen to them a lot, and it would be Gucci, Yo Gotti, and Boosie. And Boosie was one that actually I was going to reach out to, and then Corona happened, and then somebody was saying, I don't know, people, you know how people just be saying like crazy stuff and all this stuff what was going on. So I was like, let me wait, because I don't, the streets say a lot of stuff, but I'd rather stay humble, sit back, listen, see what's what, and then kind of like tap in or whatever. But those would be the 3. Gucci would be number 1 first and foremost, and then Boosie, and then Gotti. Yeah, I can hear it. Gucci. Yeah, I might go 8 with Gucci now.
I can definitely hear it.
Yeah, I ride him a lot.
So where do you see yourself through the next 5 years within your music career? You keep considering yourself local, but I don't think that you're local, because I think that you touch people all over.
Listen, if I promise you, if my sister was on the phone, she hates when I say that. She hates, because she's been with me to Cali, and she hates when I say that. But she always tell me, stop downplaying yourself from what you do. And I tell her, it's crazy because I don't look at popularity the same. You know what I mean? I don't look at fame the same, whether it's local, whether it's big, whether it's whatever. Like, I don't look at none of that stuff the same. I look at it like, this is what I like to do. I tell other artists, when other artists like come to they ask for a feature, and they be making it seem, they be hyped like, yo, Irresistible. And I'm like, what the hell wrong with them? Like I eat Burger King like you do. You feel me? Like, it just, to me, it's regular. But they reach out, like, they'll reach out to another artist. Like, how'd you get to work with her? It's not that I'm avoiding you. It's not that I don't see it. It's that, like Gamble was saying, Gamble, take my number. I don't read them DMs. You know how many DMs is in there? I don't read them DMs. So it's like, when I do catch one, it has to be because I'm literally in it and I caught it. You get what I'm saying? So for the most part, I'm not giving everybody my number. So I just see like it's just normal to me. Like, it's just normal. Like, I'm from my name Cat. You get what I'm saying? I go by Irresistible. Like, I scream my block all day long, because it's just like I told you, I'm a tomboy. So this is a change for me, doing it, dressing up and doing all this stuff. People don't even realize how hard it took me to damn pose like this. Like, what?
Really?
Like, it took what? Listen, you might.
How'd you feel the first time you did it?
Man, I felt crazy. What? Let me tell you, the first photo shoot I did, I was like, what the hell? Who doing this? My homegirl was like, bitch, you look good. I was like,
yeah, nah. I can't see it. I can't see the tomboyish. I can't see you not being able to pose. It looks so natural.
You look natural.
Like, oh, she got it. She knows she got it.
Listen, my photographer still to this day, he moved, and I still call him my photographer, because if he ever come back, I'll work with him. He took my pictures doing my first 3 calendars. The very first calendar, he had to stop and say, relax. That's why I said I could only work with him, because he understood me. He understood that I was tense. He would walk over and be like, yo, relax. He'd be like, relax. And he'll talk and he'll mess with the camera a little bit, especially if it was a pose where I feel like I was about to pop out a butt cheek or something. I'd be like, all right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him and shit, all crazy, and he's like, yo, relax. He was like, trust me, I'm not in here to do nothing, but it was just that, it was learning how to take the street into business. That's what nobody taught me. And that's what I was doing on my own. Like, all right. And once I got comfortable with him, it was like, okay, boom. I hit a couple of other photo shoots or whatever. And they're like, oh, you took a great picture. But to me, I'm like, nah, I look stiff. I look like this. They're like, this is perfect. And it was just like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm a professional at it, but I became more accustomed to knowing the business aspect of getting stuff done. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you need to do this, you need to look like this, you need to be like this. Okay, this is the image that I'm wanting. Not only that, I'm looking for perfection. I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm gonna get damn near close to it if I'm paying for it, and this is what we're putting out. Now, with even with, you know, my road manager, Gamble right here, even with him, he's not gonna ever have to worry about me putting out no sloppy stuff. Hey, boom, what about this? I'm gonna send it to him. That's good, but you think maybe you should go for this. Enough said. Let me do another photo shoot. Like, I'm that kind of person. You get what I'm saying? Like, long as it look good, it's tasteful, then let's go with it. Like, let's go.
So what would you say your lane is?
I'm a pretty gangster. Because listen, I gotta say that, because if I gotta say pretty gangster, because you've been saying, oh, you so pretty, and then, you know, people get up under my post and be like, you so beautiful and stuff like that. But sometimes I be reading that little caption that people be having, and they be like, everybody think I'm pretty, until they realize such. Like, that be me.
I like you put it together well.
I mean, but
I
you know
wouldn't
what?
even been able to tell.
But listen, I've humbled myself a lot. It's a lot of a lot of people are able to express themselves more on Facebook, which a lot of people kind of don't really connect with no more. But I still keep it up, because some people I know don't do Instagram and all that, TikTok and all that stuff. So I kind of go back and forth and just keep everybody up to date. But a lot of people want to get up there and write stories, and that's where a lot of my more personal stuff is on, because people get the right stuff. And you got people up there writing like, yo, I remember when you was fighting left and right. Like, yo, I mean, it was just, you know, because people can write those books on there. And so it's a change. It's a big change, because it was just like the blink of an eye. You know, it was just a change that I did, that people was like, yo, like, we can't believe. When I go to the city, people like, do we call you Cat or Irresistible? Like, which who we call you? You know, Cat from the block or Irresistible that be rapping? They don't know who to call me. But I say pretty gangster, because we could be in a club and we could be wherever. We could be chilling, and I like to laugh and joke. That's all me and him do. But if it gets serious and we somewhere serious, then I don't want to laugh and joke no more. You know, I ain't trying to laugh and joke. We either gonna shake the room, or you gonna move from where I'm at. You know, one or the other. Something gotta happen. But my nerves don't like all that stuff.
Yeah, you got to protect your energy at all costs.
I'm the same
At
way.
all costs. At all costs.
Yeah.
I don't go in
He
nobody's
said I'm the
club
same
unless I got
way.
to.
I watch everything. I'm the type of person that watch the room. I see everything. I peep
Mhm.
everything before it even happens. You know what I mean? I'm on
You
it.
gotta be.
Yeah.
They come with
You
that
know,
pay
they call me
attention
Lil.
that you was talking about, huh?
So
That pay attention.
Mhm.
You gotta pay attention. Me and him, when me and him was talking, I was saying the same thing. I need somebody who gonna have my back just like I have his. You know what I'm saying? It's a ride or die situation. You know, it's a couple of dudes I know that we can FaceTime anytime on here, and they can say I'm a ride. You know, it's at the end of the day, we gonna listen. We gonna ride. We gonna get up out of here. And if we ain't getting up out of here, something gonna happen. They gonna know we was in here. But it's gonna get crazy. You know what I mean? I try to keep that, you know, at a minimum, because everybody sees Irresistible from the standpoint of sexy, this and that, and, you know, and all of this stuff. That's why I watch too what content I put up there, as far as like if I do any lives, which I really don't do, but I try to watch how I may put a video up there, because some people don't understand that I'm actually from the streets. I'm a tomboy. I'll bust your shit. We keep it 380. I'm always got a knife in my pocket. They wouldn't think that looking at them pictures on Instagram. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh,
They gotta listen to the music.
Yeah,
It's all of your music.
It's in the music.
They gotta listen to the music. I listen to the words.
Right,
It's out there.
You know, exactly. You heard what Smoke said. We swear on shit with a couple hitters.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
listen to the music.
It's the truth. It's definitely the truth. You know, it's like I was telling you before. I can put it in my music, because if we was to stand here and we going back and forth with somebody, A person's not going to automatically be like, oh yeah, so I can express that in my music, and you know, you can get away with it, and I can still be myself. You get what I'm saying? Without having to go out here and do nothing stupid, unless provoked. Now, if I'm provoked, then yeah, I'm gonna show out. You know, but if I'm not provoked, then I'm chilling. I'm cooling. And don't get me wrong, when you doing this music, I don't know what it is. I maybe you can answer it for me, but the artists are crazy. They are like self-absorbed, possessiveness. Like, you know, if they feel like, well, you know, we know this DJ, or we've been coming to this spot, or we whenever, and then another artist come through, they get real like, you know, especially if they don't heard your music. Another artist not gonna tell you if they heard your music. Why? Because they don't want to let you know if they liked it or not. So you come through, you performing, and everybody rocking to it. Then all of a sudden you start feeling the tension. You know, you start feeling a little hate and little stuff like that. I've noticed that when I jumped back in the game in 2018. I shake it off, 'cause I beat a bitch up. I don't really be caring about none of that stuff. Like, they don't really know I'm a heavy hitter. Like, I would make you dizzy without no weapons. So I don't really get too worked up, because I know that I don't want to pull no lace fronts. Your wig is gonna look nice when you leave. You know, your face might not, but your wig's gonna be excellent. You know what I mean? I'm not pulling out no hair, trust me. So that's why it's just like, it's just hard for me to kind of get involved too with doing too many features with females. It's just, I really have to be picky with that because my attitude.
So do you think that it's more hate from artists that are females versus males? Because a male, I'm pretty sure he want to collab with you. He want to get on a track with you.
It's
that 95% that we was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. It's both. It's both. I've had dudes that have wanted to collab and say you drop a verse and your verse may sound better. That's a big one right there. The verses. Oh my God. If the verse sound better, you know, they may change their verse, or next thing you know, I ain't gonna work on this song, and then you hear the song later and they got another female on it. You know, it's the dudes are something else too. Or, you know, one minute you get a dude, he like, you know, I want to get you in a video cameo, and then, you know, may start hating on the side. Then you'll see some other bras in the video, and then, you know, they hyping it up, and it's just, the dudes is just as worse as the females, you know. So I really just try to watch everybody. So with that being said, I kind of,
you have to
going for my snapper.
I ain't bad at it.
Let me pop that open for y'all.
Yeah, definitely. I would have to say that, you know, they look at it more as like a competition.
Yeah.
They look at it more as like a competition versus supporting.
Yeah. When you get people that support and it's genuine, them the ones that you keep on your team. And the crazy thing about it is, in one of my
Can
verses,
you feel it instantly?
Yes.
You read energies?
Yes. Fast. Real fast. I'm a Gemini. You know, I switch personalities and all kind of crazy shit. But energies, I read very fast. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know I read it because I don't speak on it, or I don't address it.
Same way.
As long as it's not hurting me, then I'm good. But if I come into the room, I can stay in that room all night long. But I won't deal with you after I leave. Like,
you feel like it's more of an intimidation type thing?
I think that when they first start out, it starts out as intimidation. But I'm an aggressor, so you can't really intimidate me.